Ladies and gentlemen, we have breaking news involving the MLB. The trade deadline has came and went. August 1st was the deadline, 6 p.m. Moves were made, and now it is completely behind us. We got to get into so many things in the MLB. Listen, if you are a baseball fan, make sure you subscribe to Flight Sports TV, ladies and gentlemen. We are bringing an array of baseball content, ladies and gentlemen. This is the one-stop shop for all things sports and more. We got so much things going on here at Flight Sports. Now listen, the trade deadline is behind us and the baseball landscape has changed. And as we head into the stretch run of the regular season with an eye towards October, there's a lot of things going on. Following all of the wheeling and dealing, teams look to improve their chances reaching and succeeding in the postseason. A lot of teams this time of year, it's time to get in position. Postseason players coming up, the games are about to get tight, and teams are trying to get chipped up. So I got a couple of questions for a couple of different teams, to figure out did everybody, get what they needed. We could start with the Blue Jays. Is their offense enough? Obviously we got the Orioles. Did they add enough pitching? It's so many question marks, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously the Rays, can they catch the Orioles? So there's a lot of things there's a lot of tit for tat plays going on right now. A lot of people are happy, a lot of people are upset, but this is the time of year, this is the trade deadline. If you are a Rays fan, the Rays held a 6.5 game division lead at the end of June, only to find themselves a game and a half behind the Baltimore Orioles a month later after their bats went cold throughout a brutal July. But Tampa Bay has his eyes set on the AL East title after adding starter Aaron Civale from Cleveland on Monday. So this is what I'm trying to tell you, ladies and gentlemen. Moves are being made. The Rays seem to have hit the stride again with the pair of series wins in Houston and the Bronx. But can they close the gap in the next 2 months? Only time will tell. That's the questions I ask for, the chat. Get in the comments section. We need to politic this, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, the Boston Red Sox, can they bridge the gap, unto the sale? The Yankees, can they change the storyline? We all know what's going on with the Yankees. Reggie Jackson used to say a lot of different things back in the days, all the phrases favored by general manager Brian Cashman, who is now challenging his roster to reverse what has been a disappointing campaign thus far. Caught between buying and selling at the trade deadline, the Yankees essentially did neither, adding only to a couple of bullpen arms that hardly solved their season-long offensive issues. And while Aaron Judge's return makes the lineup more formidable, the simple truth is this team is going nowhere unless DJ LeMahieu, Anthony Rizzo, and Stanton can hit the backs of their baseball cards. So there's a lot of different things with a lot of time running out. That's just a few teams, ladies and gentlemen. We all know what's going on with the AL Central, the Guardians. Are they still contenders? You got the Royals. How does basically the stage set for the off season? We all know the Royals have plenty of areas they need to improve, to become competitive again. So I mean, that's neither here nor there. The Tigers. What's next for Rodriguez? It's crazy. The decision to not approve a trade to the Dodgers is wild. The right negotiation into a contract he signed to join the Tigers as a free agent 2 years ago puts President of Baseball Operations Scott Harris in a potential tough spot. So it's definitely some things we need to discuss. The Twins, did they make just a huge mistake? That's a question. In both 21 and 22, the Twins went in the season with expectations, so it's been pretty disappointing, some results. So let's see what happens, with them, because there's a lot of different things that have went on. The White Sox, what direction are they going, man? Seriously, let me know in the chat. The AL West, you got the Angels, can they make the postseason? That's going to be the $1 million question. You got the Astros, Astros. We touched on the Astros. We had a video out on them. They had some historic news that just broke. You know, the Athletics. You know, they got a nice young core of players. Can they take it to the next level? You know, let's see. Will the Mariners regret not adding more? You know, there's a lot of different things to discuss, man. You got the Braves. Should they have added a starting pitcher? You know, president of baseball operations, Alex, checked in on every available starting pitcher and decided to pass on gaining some insurance. Bryce Elder's past 2 starts enhance hope the Braves can count on at least 4 of their potential, 4 of their rotational spots. So this is gonna be a tough situation, man. It's flight sports, ladies and gentlemen. I would just want, if you are a baseball fan and you want more news, we're gonna get into the NL Central. We got a lot of things to discuss, you know, involving the Cardinals, you know, the Pirates, the Reds. It's so much the NL West. Make sure you subscribe to Flight Sports TV. Peace and love, man.